Then class triangle extends shape. Draw. Triangle draw logic. Overriding. Shape class has got draw, but that draw will be too generic. So triangle class would like to give specific behavior. Draw means what exactly? Draw triangle. How to draw triangle? Class circle extends shape. Void draw. Circle draw. Okay. Suppose we have this hierarchy. Shape is the base class which has got draw. Shape class draw method is too generic. Hardly has got some instructions or almost empty. Triangle would like to override draw because triangles draw method should have logic to draw triangle. Similarly, circles draw method should have logic to draw circle and so on. Now, somewhere we have public class demo. In that we have static void perform. And then main function. Main function. Okay. Given the hierarchy called as shape, triangle and circle are derived from shape. So this is hierarchical inheritance. Triangle and circle both have overdone draw method of shape. Public class demo in some different class we have static method perform and main function is there. Here some requirement is given. Let us understand that requirement. That requirement is based on user's choice. That is triangle or circle. Based on user's choice, instantiate a class and invoke its draw method. It means that you have to take user choice here in the perform. User choice is triangle, suppose. So you create triangle object and invoke draw of triangle. If the choice is circle, you create circle object and call is draw method. So the coding we can write, not a perfect coding, but almost an algorithm. That is A, we will take user input. So whatever mechanism of Java you use to accept user input, with user input, you can accept the input. And then you will have switch case, switch choice. If case triangle T is equal to new triangle and T dot draw. Break case circle C is equal to new circle C dot draw. Break anything Other than this, SOP, invalid choice. Okay, have a look at that. Try to understand the requirement and try to understand the coding. Clear? What requirement is given to us? Based on user choice, user input, triangle or circle, instantiate the class and invoke its draw method. So we go for switch case. Basically, we go for two-step process. In that, first step is take user input and then use switch case. So case triangle, create triangle object called draw. Case circle, create circle object called draw. Now this will work. No doubt about that. It will work if it is written with the proper syntax. But this technique of invoking draw method has got a drawback. Can you identify the drawback?
Two different references.
Different differences means triangle T is equal to new triangle, circle C is equal to new circle.
Sir, the drawback is like if we add more like figures like triangle, rhombus, so every time we have to write new code for new shape. So this is not easy.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
suppose it works fine, perfectly fine, एकदम अच्छा चल रहा है code. One fine day, class rect is also introduced in the hierarchy. Class rect is also introduced in the hierarchy. Rect dot draw. Okay. Now in that case, we have to add r dot draw. Worst scenario would be when we are asked to remove circle class. We are asked to remove circle class and to introduce a different class, arc. In that case, you need to remove this code. You need to remove that code and replace that code with arc. So what is this drawback? Whenever any changes happen in the hierarchy, you have to change your perform method. This logic. This is nothing but maintenance drawback. This is nothing but maintenance drawback. So with every change in the hierarchy, have to modify. We have to modify perform method. This is the drawback of maintenance. So, what is recommended? Not to write code this way. User input, switch case. Write a code in a very different way. Exactly how? Static void perform shape ref. So when you write perform, make shape reference as an argument. तो यहाँ पे आएगी flexibility अभी. And inside, just say ref dot draw. And that user input and whatever it is there, whatever it is there, user input and everything, you write in the main function. And when you call perform, you can pass based on the choice triangle object, or you can pass circle object, you can pass rect object. So if any changes in the hierarchy take place, so where will you have to make changes? You will have to make changes in the main code, not in the perform. Now imagine what will happen. How will it work? First of all, when you pass triangle object will be collected in ref. So ref refers to triangle, upcasting. Why? Because ref is a type of shape, but it points to or it refers to triangle, upcasting. And ref dot draw, which draw will be called? Triangle draw will be called. When you pass circle, ref dot draw, which draw will be called? Circle draw will be called. When you pass rect, which draw will be called? Rect draw will be called. So look at how clean this code is. And maintenance free code. Maintenance free code. Now you think of if you remove circle and bring in arc. Okay, then main function may change hoga. Instead of new circle, new arc. But what changes will be then performed? Not a single change. Perform ka code as it is. As long as ref refers to every object. So how you are able to write such a clean and maintenance free code? Because in the method you got parent reference as an argument, and when parent reference is there as an argument, you can pass any child. You can pass triangle, circle, rectangle. In future, let there be 10 classes. So not a single change here, because all those 10 classes will be the child classes of shape and they can be called. So this is the importance of upcasting. So importance of upcasting we can see in this example. In this example, in our demo 25, we just wonder, kyun likha hai? What is the exact use? And when we say lead binding gives us that flexibility. So where is that flexibility? So that flexibility and everything, importance of upcasting can be seen in this example. So I save this file. Importance of upcasting. Now
So
look
can you
at
state
perform and look at main.
so can you state the definition of upcasting also? It will be better if we refer that in that notepad only.
Upcasting means upcasting. Acha.
In definition means notepad.
हाँ. Making parent class reference to refer to child object, child class object, or in other words, assigning child class object to parent class reference.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And why it is called as upcasting, उसका भी एक logical explanation है. See, base ref is equal to new sub 1. On the right hand side, always think from right hand side. Right hand side पे child है कि parent है? Child है. Left hand side पे parent है. So you are going from child to parent. Child नीचे है, parent ऊपर है. So you are going from child to parent. नीचे से ऊपर जा रहे हो. That's why it is called as upcasting. In some other discussion, we will see when we come from top to bottom, parent to child, that will be downcast. But that is afterwards, not now. अभी के लिए एग्जांपल समझ लो. This file I will give you. Sorry. Yeah, this one. Perform method and how it is called from main. And make sure you followed that point. Let there be any change in the hierarchy, but you don't have to make changes in the perform. This is maintenance pre-code. We are able to write maintenance pre-code because of the reason that in the perform we have parent class as an argument. So when you have parent class as an argument, while calling you can pass any child.
Sir,
Ah,
sir, in a shape class, we have only one method, that is draw. So consider a scenario where we have more than one methods in shape class. So how can we specifically call only that method?
along with draw, you have some other methods.
Yes.
So ref dot draw, then after that draw one, draw two, like that.
So then we will be calling all the methods of shape class.
That depends on the requirement. No? Here perform method should be able to call draw method of that object which is passed from main function. That's why we are calling draw. But syntactically you can call all the methods of base class because ref ka type है base. So compiler will allow you to call all the methods of base class. Achha, here before I forget, one question was asked in the very beginning कि इस केस में ओवरराइडिंग केस में बेस क्लास का रोल क्या है और बेस क्लास के मेथड का रोल क्या है. तो वो किसी ने पूछा था, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर नाउ. बट अभी समझ गए. हाँ, अगर बेस क्लास के ड्रॉ को निकाल ही दो पूरा, खत्म निकाल ही दो, इफ यू रिमूव दैट, डज दैट मेक एनी सेंस विद दिस कोड? तो ये कोड कभी कंपाइल ही नहीं होगा because when compiler comes here, for compiler ref is of type base and compiler will check draw in base class. It is not there, it will give error. बस आप आगे जा ही नहीं सकते. So that is the importance of base class method. Even though base class method empty है ना, but वो है. वो किसके लिए? For late binding. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
वो किसने क्वेश्चन पूछा था बेस क्लास की मेथड का इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है
हाँ सर,
ओवरराइडिंग में?
समझ
हाँ
गया.
समझ गया ना.
So, sir, can we say it with using upcasting, we are giving privilege to the client to make changes in their code, like without going into the source code, developer's code.
Because of upcasting, you can write the code which can be maintenance free. Maintenance free का meaning है when there are some changes happen in the hierarchy, you don't have to change this perform measure. You don't have to touch this perform measure.
Okay.
Thanks to upcasting. अगर upcasting feature नहीं होता, if this feature were not there, we would not write such code, such maintenance free code. ठीक है? Now with this discussion we'll stop here for the break.